The Wolf and the Crane.
Once upon a time, a greedy wolf was feasting on a large piece of meat. In his gluttony, he swallowed it so quickly that a sharp bone got stuck in his throat. He coughed, choked, and rolled on the ground in pain, but no matter what he did, the bone wouldn't come out. In desperation, he cried out for help. "Is there anyone who can help me? I will give a generous reward to whoever saves me." Hearing his cries, a kind-hearted crane came forward. She had a long, slender beak, perfect for such a task. Carefully, the crane inserted her beak deep into the wolf's mouth and managed to pull out the bone. The wolf was instantly relieved and able to breathe again. The crane stepped back and said politely, "Now that I've helped you, may I please have the reward you promised?" The wolf sneered and replied, "What reward? When you put your beak into my mouth, I could have easily snapped it shut and eaten you. Instead, I let you live. You should be thankful that I didn't harm you." Before the crane could even respond to the injustice, the wicked wolf turned and ran away, leaving her stunned and disappointed. Moral of the story? A wicked person will always remain wicked. Trusting them may only bring regret.
The Eagle and the Woodcutter.
In a quiet village, surrounded by whispering forests and misty hills, there lived a humble woodcutter. His hands were rough from years of chopping wood, but his heart was soft, always ready to help a creature in need. One morning, as he walked through the woods with his axe slung over his shoulder, he heard a desperate cry. Following the sound, he found a majestic eagle tangled in a hunter's cruel trap. Its wings were bruised, its eyes wild with fear. Without hesitation, the woodcutter knelt beside the bird. "Easy now," he whispered. "I won't hurt you." With gentle fingers, he loosened the ropes and freed the eagle. It flapped its wings, rose into the sky, and circled above him once, almost as if to say thank you, before vanishing into the clouds. Days passed. The woodcutter continued his work, climbing steep hills to gather wood for the winter. One afternoon, he ventured higher than usual, up a rocky slope where the trees grew sparse and the wind howled like an old song. He chopped until the sun began to set, painting the sky in orange and gold. But when he tried to descend, he realized he was trapped. The path he had taken was too steep, too slippery. He searched for a way down, but the rocks twisted like a maze. Tired and worried, he sat on a flat stone, clutching his hat against the wind. "If only someone could help," he sighed. Just then, a shadow passed overhead. The eagle, his old friend, came soaring down, its wings wide and strong. It landed nearby, tilted its head, and in a flash, snatched the woodcutter's hat in its beak. "Hey!" the woodcutter shouted, leaping to his feet. "Give that back!" The eagle flew low, weaving through the trees. The woodcutter chased it, stumbling and shouting, his eyes fixed on the fluttering hat. He followed the bird through a narrow gap between rocks, down a winding trail he hadn't noticed before, and suddenly he was at the base of the hill. Breathless, he looked around. The eagle perched on a branch nearby, his hat resting gently at its feet. The woodcutter laughed, tears of gratitude in his eyes. "Oh, clever one," he said. "You didn't steal my hat, you showed me the way." He picked up the hat and bowed to the eagle. "Thank you, my friend. You remembered my kindness and returned it with your own." Moral: kindness is never wasted.
The Monkey and the Wedge.
Long ago, there was a rich merchant who wanted a beautiful temple built in his garden. He hired many carpenters and masons to do the work. Every day, the workers came early in the morning and worked hard. At noon, they took a break to eat their meals and rest, and then came back to continue until evening. One afternoon, when the workers went away for their lunch, a group of monkeys came down from the nearby trees. They were playful and full of mischief. Seeing all the tools and wood lying around, they began to jump, climb, and play with whatever they could find. Among them was one monkey who noticed a big log of wood. A carpenter had been sawing it but had not finished the work. To stop the log from closing, the carpenter had fixed a wedge inside the gap of the half-cut log. The curious monkey sat on the log and began to tug at the wedge. He pulled harder and harder, not realizing why the wedge had been placed there. At last, the wedge slipped out. The log instantly snapped shut, trapping the monkey in between. He was badly hurt and could not free himself. That day, the playful monkey learned a painful lesson. Moral: those who interfere in other people's work, without understanding it, often end up harming themselves.